Day of May, let's get right to your top stories for the day that unfolded. A former Fort Hood soldier who survived the tragic water training accident on post 2 years ago is remembering the day which left 9 soldiers dead.
12 soldiers were riding in a truck when it rolled over in flooded Owl Creek, and only 3 survived. Tonight, one of those survivors is speaking out on camera for the very first time. He sat down with Channel 6 News reporter Imani Payne to share his story. Imani.
Chris and Leslie, Cameron Robinson says even though it's been 2 years since the tragedy, that day still haunts him.
The truck's back here land, and then you just saw like water, like a ton of water.
For Cameron Robinson, time hasn't made it any easier.
I thought I was going to die initially when we were underwater.
It was supposed to be a routine tactical training on June 2nd, 2016, even though the weather was bad and there were flash flood warnings.
Should we be going out here, sir? Because, you know, this is our LT we're talking to, because we don't feel comfortable going out here.
Still, his team was sent out for low water training. Before long, water started seeping into their vehicle.
And so water starts hitting our feet. I'm like, we're just going over some, somewhere where it's flooded a little bit. Got to our kneecaps. I'm like, okay. It got to our chest. I'm like, hey, do not freak out. If you freak out underwater, you're gonna lose oxygen.
Robinson tried to calm his fellow soldiers, but things took a turn for the worse. Their vehicle started to overturn.
I put my hands on top bars, and it fills up. So I'm sitting there, and it's rolling. I can feel it. You can feel it rolling. It rolls. I'm just thinking, I'm like, yo, I'm about to drown in an accident. There was 9 of us back there, and 3 in the cab. So when we popped back up, there's only 3 of us.
Robinson was thrown out and clung to branches, screaming for his friends. He quickly went into shock.
He's hanging on to the bush, screaming, help me, throwing up water.
Robinson and his fellow soldiers called out into the water for any survivors. By the time he was transported to the hospital, he received the news. 9 of his friends and fellow soldiers on the truck with him had died.
I didn't know how to react. I just in disbelief still. I was like, there's no way.
After the accident, Robinson fell into a deep depression and went to counseling sessions to try and make sense of it all.
I think about just pain, loss, confusion, don't know what happened.
2 years later, he's still making sure his friends, their strength, and their story lives on.
I'd say we're all out here still thinking about him. We're out here living for him. They're never forgotten.
Robinson says those close to the fallen soldiers are gathering this weekend to be together during this difficult anniversary period. Chris and Leslie.
All right, thanks, Imani.